Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I will be sharing with you guys the books that I'm planning to read during the month of February, because January was a great reading month. I do have to say, I read more than 4 books, which is amazing for me. I read great books, some of my favorite books actually of already the year. I don't know. I read really good books, so I'm just hoping the same thing happens next month, which I'm excited for the books that I'm going to be reading. I chose very carefully because I do want to read these books and I'm in the mood for them. I generally tend to like the month of February, maybe because it's a short month, I don't know, but it is Valentine's Day and everyone is sharing the love. Everything's pink and purple and just fun overall. And I do have to say that next month is going to be an exciting month. Things are changing. Right now you guys can't see my bookshelves. I'm not sitting in front of my bookshelves because my bookshelves are downstairs and my sister works from home, so she is downstairs and therefore I can't film in front of my bookshelves. But next month things are going to be changing. I am going to be able to move my bookshelves around and hopefully start filming in front of them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't been filming in front of my bookshelves, and that's the main reason why. It's just because they're downstairs in the living room. So yeah, I'm looking forward to next month, to say the least. And the books sitting in front of me are just gonna make the month even better because I'm looking forward to each one of these books. So with that being said, let's just get started and show you guys the books that I'm planning to read next month. Okay, the first books that I'm going to show you guys are both fantasy books. I have been on a fantasy reading slump. I haven't been reading a lot of fantasy books and I don't know why. Like, I don't know the reason behind that. But anyways, there are 2 books that are fantasy that I'm looking forward to reading this month, and the first one is actually a carryover from January because I didn't get to it, and that is Once Upon a Heart by Stephanie Carver. This is a prequel to Carver, the trilogy by Stephanie Carver, and in those books we follow the Fates, who are magical beings, characters who were trapped in a deck of cards, and I don't remember which book it was, but the Fates got out, and one of the Fates was Jax, the Prince of Hearts, and personally my favorite character from the Carver series. The moment that he was introduced, I wanted to know everything about this character and I wanted him to have more time in the story, but because he was like a side character and not necessarily a main character, we didn't get to see a lot from him. There was a scene with him and Donatella that was amazing and I love it, one of my favorite ones. So I was so happy when Stephanie Carver decided to write a story for Jax. He is amazing. He's one of my favorite characters. Like I said, I know there's gonna be a second book to this one and hopefully it comes out this year because this one came out last September and I still have to get to it. I love this edition. It's all pink. I love this color right now so much, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. This next book, I am both excited and scared at the same time because I picked it up when it came out, but I didn't finish it, and that is House of Earth and Blood, Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I read like 60 pages of this book when it first came out and I was not that into it. I thought this book had a lot of info dumping at the beginning, so that is one of the things that made me double think this book, so I actually ended up putting it down, and just because I knew that it was going to take a while to get the second book, I decided to hold on to it until this year because in fact the second book is coming out this month, February, so I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna read it, so I don't have to wait. I mean, I'm gonna have to wait for the third book, but if this one is as amazing as a lot of people say it is, I want to read the second one immediately. So that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna read this one and hopefully get to the second one soon when it comes out. So I'm not gonna lie, I have low expectations for this one. This one is an urban fantasy, if I'm not wrong, and there's monsters, there's fae, there's everything in this book, And if you guys are not aware, I'm pretty sure this book has to do, like, I'm pretty sure all of her books, like with Selena and Feyre and this one, like the worlds are gonna be connected because there's like portals into other realms. I think these books are connected, so I am expecting the same kind of characters. Like, I don't think there's gonna be anything new character wise. Like the main character on this one, which I don't even know her name, is gonna be just the same as Feyre and the same as Nesta and the same as Selena. So yeah, I have low expectations for it. Hopefully I love it in the same way that I love the other ones, but I feel like I'm not gonna be surprised if it's repetitive, and I'm not gonna be surprised if, I believe the male character's name is Hunter. I'm not gonna be surprised if he's just the same as Reese, and if he's the same as Roland. So yeah, I feel it's gonna be same characters. I think we're just gonna get the same characters. Anyways, I'm looking forward to reading it nonetheless. The next book is gonna be a reread for me just because I read it last year and I loved the heck out of it, and that is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. This book is amazing, so I do want to reread it. I love the audiobook and I'm gonna do the audiobook as well. The audiobook is just stunning. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. If you guys like to listen to audiobooks, this one is a great one to go with. And I do want to read Circe, and she has another novel, like a short novella, coming out this year. Looking forward to it. However, I'm gonna reread The Song of Achilles this time. I read it on my trip to Hawaii last year, and I had, like, it took me a while to get through it, but I just feel like if I just sit here at home one weekend with it, it's gonna be amazing, and I'm gonna love it the same or as much as I did the first time. The next book I'm planning to read is a Frederick Backman book, and this one is My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Frederick Backman. This one, I've had it for a while now. I think this is one of the first books I bought by him. I read A Man Called Ove last year, and this month, January, I read And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer. It's a short novella, and I've also read Anxious People when it came out, and I love every single one of those stories. In this book we follow Elsa, a 7-year-old girl who is different, and her grandmother, who is 77 years old, and she's crazy. However, her grandma is also her best and only friend, and we follow their relationship until her grandma sadly passes away. However, the grandma leaves behind some letters to people telling them how sorry she was, maybe because of the way she treated them, I'm not sure. So Elsa goes into this kind of like adventure trying to get these people their letters, and when she was alive, her grandma used to tell her stories. We're gonna get that mixture of reality and fantasy with Elsa and the grandmother, and it's gonna be, I know it's gonna be heartbreaking. I can already tell because it says that it has like the same vibe as A Man Called Ove. And if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't read Frederick Backman, he has a way to write old people. I love the way he writes old people. It's just amazing. He makes you feel for them, and it's, I mean, we should all like love and appreciate old people, but the way that he writes old people and how they start to lose themselves, it's amazing. I love every single bit of his stories, and like I said, 2 of those stories that I've read have an old man as the main character, and just having this one is just gonna be the same except from a woman's perspective. So I'm looking forward to it. The next book I'm planning to read is Sweet Hand by Angie Pelter. I had this one in my TBR sometime last year, and this cover is so beautiful and amazing. I just love it, like the color scheme. I didn't pick it up. I know the second book to this one already came out. However, this one, I remember I had this one because I read The Spanish Love Deception this month, and I love that one. So I remember that this one had like a similar trope wedding wise. I'm looking forward to it. The next book I want to read is The Bride of Casa Dracula, and also read Haunted Honeymoon at Casa Dracula by Marta Acosta. If you guys followed my October reads, you guys know that I started reading this series. It's available on Script, and it's not the greatest by all means. I did enjoy the first book a lot, like a lot. I was raving about it non-stop. It has a lot of issues, it has a lot of flaws. I'm not pushing it into being the best book ever. I actually did not enjoy the second book as much as I did the first book, which put me into like this mindset of maybe I won't finish them, but I think I do want to finish them. I want to see if the writing got better, or like the situations with Milagros, which is the main character, and I do want to see what happens. I don't think I got to see a lot of Oswald, who is the main character, the vampire main character. So I want that relationship to develop more, and I hope to see more of Oswald in this next one, which is the bride of Casa Dracula, and then also in the Haunted Honeymoon at Casa Dracula. I'm hoping to see more of Oswald and him being more involved and having more page time, not like in the last book. And hopefully she does stay with Oswald, because if you guys read the second book, you guys will know what I'm talking about. Like I said, it has a lot of flaws. It has a lot of tropes I don't like. One of them is cheating. Like, yeah, first book and second book had a lot of that, and like, if you guys don't like that, you guys won't like this book. Just letting you guys know. But if you guys like trashy vampire stories, read them. Yeah, okay. The other book that I also want to read this month is Shipped by Angie Hawkman. I want to say that this book is kind of like The Hating Game. It is not necessarily a hate to love relationship, because the main characters are co-workers, but I don't think they necessarily hate each other. It's just the fact that they are applying for the same position and they are both fighting for it, and they go on this cruise vacation thing together, and things are gonna happen. I think it's gonna be a good read, and yeah, looking forward to it. I also want to read another Christina Lauren book. I just don't know which one. I'm gonna see. I think I've only read like 2 books by them, and from what I remember, I enjoyed them. So I might pick up a Christina Lauren book. Let me know down below which ones. There's The Soulmate Equation and also Love and Other Words. They have a lot more, but those are the 2 books that I'm thinking about. I'm not sure. We'll see. Also, another author that I want to read and get to is Colleen Hoover. I've never read a book by Colleen Hoover, and I know she just came out with a book this month or last month. The book just came out not long ago. I don't even know the name of it, but I want to read Colleen Hoover, and I don't know which book to read. Again, I don't think I want to read It Ends With Us, because from what I remember, I didn't like the premise of the book. I think it has a lot of violence. I believe it has domestic violence or something like that. I remember someone said it's like very toxic, and I don't want to read toxic, says the person that's gonna continue reading the Casa Dracula series. Anyways, I don't think I want to read It Ends With Us. My camera stopped recording, so let's do this. If you have a favorite Colleen Hoover book that is not It Ends With Us, let me know down below in the comments which book I should read by her, and I might do a blog on Colleen Hoover. Maybe I read 2 books of hers, like make it a fun weekend reading Colleen Hoover. Let me know down below what you think, and leave the titles that you guys want me to read. I think that would be amazing. I think that would be fun. So those are actually all the books that I want to read for the month of February. I'm sorry if this was a long video. I tried to give you guys more information on the books that I'm trying to read, because I tend to pick up the books without not knowing what the books are about. So I'm trying my best. I'm trying to give you guys more information in case you guys are interested, or if you guys have read the book, let's chat about them. So that is all for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.